Is social media evil? Yes, I believe it is. But it can also be a good thing. So, how do we walk this line? Let's talk about it. First of all, I want to thank everyone who watched my Wandering in the Woods videos and made comments. I'm back behind a desk and I apologize for the lack of sweet nature in the background. I'll get back outside soon, but there are certain topics that are best handled here at the desk, and this is one of those. I'm learning a lot about what resonates with GenX. One thing I know for sure, we have strong opinions. I'm definitely not here to try to change anyone's opinions. That's a lost cause. I can only speak from my perspective, and I'll take whatever heat comes from it. Bring it in the comments, I say. Just keep it clean. What's kind of funny is there were quite a few comments on my videos from people saying they're not into social media at all. Well, I hate to break the news, but YouTube is definitely social media, and if you can't tell from the comments, we are actively engaged in the social aspect. In fact, a study out from the Pew Research Center shows that 76% of Gen X use social media of some kind. 77% of us who have a profile use Facebook daily, and 70% of us watch YouTube regularly. Okay, so let's admit it. If you're watching this, you're a social media user. So what? What's so bad about the way most of us use social media? And I really do mean us, because up until about a year ago, I was allowing myself to be abused by this technology. We are allowing our time and our attention to be auctioned off to the highest bidder. The longer we spend on the platform, the more ads we are subjected to. So our time and our attention become the valuable commodity. How much money are we talking about? Well, here's the boat that belongs to the founder of the company that owns Facebook and Instagram. And oh, this is his beachfront 700-acre ranch in Hawaii. What's generating all this money? Your eyeballs glued to the screen. Generating ad revenues, that's what. The shorter the time between ads, the better for them. The more total time spent scrolling, the better for them. The algorithm is carefully programmed to continue feeding you more and more of what you just can't stop watching. Look as these celebrities are magically de-aged by AI to the sound of Michael Bolton crooning away. Look at these cute kitties and doggies acting just like people. Look at that Australian guy punching out that kangaroo. It's like crack on steroids 24/7. Now, who remembers when there was only one ad on each YouTube video and you could immediately skip it? Then there were two. Then there were two every 5 minutes. And some of them were forced 15-second spots that you can't skip. If this isn't mind-worming, I don't know what is. Even worse is what it has done to our ability to focus on anything. According to a study done at Northeastern University, the average adult attention span in 2004 was 2.5 minutes. That's bad enough. But when this was measured again 20 years later, in 2024, it had dropped to, drum roll please, 45 seconds. Case in point, here's the retention curve of my most popular video, one that has more than 12,000 views, edit, that's now up to 16,000, and over 350 comments. What it shows is that more than half of the viewers had clicked off before the 1 minute mark. Now you might say, that just means you need to make a better video, Mike. To which I might respond, how do you know it's not a good video if you only stayed for the first 38 seconds? But seriously, that curve is pretty much the same for all YouTube videos. Most of us watch on average less than a minute of anyone's videos before we click off and make a snap judgment and go find something more shiny to look at. I admit to doing that all the time. We click into social media with dopamine surging in our veins, sometimes just looking for a quick hit as we wait in the doctor's office or the checkout line. Other times we sit down telling ourselves that we deserve a moment to relax, and then get up 90 minutes later with time literally killed and lying dead on the floor. So when I hear Gen Xers saying things like, our generation really hasn't had that much of an impact, or we really didn't do that much with our lives. It makes me wonder if, at least during the past 20 years or so, social media hasn't been a significant factor in our perceived generational underachievement. We work hard. We deserve to relax. Say what you will, social media is an extremely engaging and entertaining way to relax. But what is the opportunity cost? What else could we be doing with that time? I've come to my own conclusions. You can come to yours. So if social media is so evil, why did I buy this pretty microphone and set up shop here in my basement to add to the chaos? I'm not here to suggest that we ban all social media from the earth. Far from it. It's kind of like gun control. Social media doesn't waste lives. People do. I've become convinced that there are responsible ways for people of our generation to use this technology that can enhance our quality of life and promote our continued growth and development as human beings. I'll start by saying that I do stay off of forced advertising platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, except to check in occasionally to make sure I don't miss out on photos of my grandkids, for crying out loud. LinkedIn bores me to tears with its corporate career ladder tone, and I avoid it like the plague. YouTube, sweet YouTube. Obviously, I love YouTube, but I don't use it like most people do. The $14 a month I pay for YouTube Premium is one of the best investments I've made. And they're not paying me to say this.
I wish they would!
Now, why is it such a great investment? How about unlimited ad-free music, videos, and podcasts 24/7? Is my time not worth at least $14 an hour? I save at least an hour, probably 3 or 4 a month, not enduring those ads. It's absolutely worth it. And I also am able to add an extension to my browser that allows me to hide the shorts and the browsing feed and show me only the creators I've subscribed to and nobody else if I so choose. I can focus on educational and uplifting content and be spared the nastiness and the clickbait nonsense all day long. I've made a lot of money from the financial education I've received from YouTubers. I learned how to shoot, edit, and upload these videos, all from YouTubers. I learned how to replace the freaking air filter in my car from a YouTuber. I honestly believe that I've probably learned more from YouTubers than all my primary, secondary, and university level education combined. Practical knowledge that I can use in the real world. To me, it's a no-brainer. But Mike, you might say, you're just giving money to big bad Google. Yes, I am. But I assure you, you are doing much more to make them rich and you poor by dealing with the ads and the crack feed. My only other social media is X, formerly known as Twitter. And yes, I know what many of you think of that. But I'm not in it for the news, the memes, the hate, the politics, or the Elon. I'm there to practice my short-form writing and engage and connect with people from different countries, backgrounds, people who have similar positive outlooks, objectives, and attitudes. It's actually a great garden of ideas if you use it that way and carefully curate your exposure. If someone annoys me, the unfollow button is right there. And if I annoy someone, they can drop me out of their feed like a molten potato smothered in ghost pepper sauce. And that's all I need from social media. Most of it is the equivalent of a dinner made from Skittles, Cheetos, and Mountain Dew. Useless calories, wasted time. Social media was non-existent during the first third of my life. It ate a big chunk of the second third of my life. But I will outsmart it in the third third of my life, and I will use it in the way I choose to use it. It will work for me, not against me. What are your thoughts on social media? And have you found ways to use it responsibly to connect, engage, express, and create? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Meanwhile, I'm a writer. I'd love to fill up your inbox with even more expansive thoughts that you may or may not agree with. The link to subscribe is in the description of this video. Unsubscribe instantaneously if I offend you, and I can't guarantee that I won't. Until next time, carry on, my wayward ones.